I wanted to show you guys a few things because I really want you to get this idea about the impact that negative perception can have on your life. All right. So I'm going to show you this picture right here. I'm just covering up my family. This is me. This is me, age 15. I think I'm about to go to prom or something, or some kind of school dance, because clearly that's me in a coat. See, so that's what I look like around age 15 or 16. This right here is a picture that I took. I was on a trip. I took a semester off of college to go on a 5-month theater tour. And so this was when we did 5 shows in Miami. So I was there for spring break for like a week. So that's me, a picture of me back then. This is when I was 21 years old. That's what I look like. Hopefully it's not too blurry. All right. And then this is me. This is me graduation. Fun fact, this was literally like a week after I finally lost my virginity. I was very happy by that point. But anyway, that's what I looked like at age 23 when I was graduating from college. And this is me actually back in the day. I was a very gifted kid. So I used to go to these gifted summer camps. And so that's a picture of me at summer camp, age 15, 16, along with a bunch of Asian students and one other Black person. So yeah. Now, why do I show you these pictures? If you're looking at those pictures objectively, and I'm looking at them, again, I'm biased because, I'm me now, but like, that's a pretty decent looking kid, right? Like, nothing too bad going on. I'd say at best, I'm average to maybe slightly above. I mean, I'm going to judge myself as slightly above average because it's what we do, right? So I'd say I'll put myself at, I was average looking, but you know what? I wasn't an ugly person. I wasn't not friendly guy. I was very funny. I was charismatic or whatever, right? I could not get women to save my life. Like, you've seen my younger pictures now. I look pretty similar. I had more hair and stuff like that, but like, I was a pretty decent looking guy. And I'm able to say that now as a 41-year-old guy that has had much time to reflect back on how I was in my previous years and what I looked like and how I perceived myself versus how I actually was. Because the young man in these pictures, who to you probably looks like typical decent average looking teen or whatever, it's fine, was a guy that was very anxious and was very nervous and was very considered himself to be very, very weird amongst his peers and just had no thoughts or feelings that women would be attracted to this guy. Now, my brother, by the way, who was a year and a half younger, was slightly bigger than me and was a little bit taller than me. He had been dating since he was in junior kindergarten. So he had, now it wasn't the best women at the time. There were some women that were little girls that were a little toxic back in the day. But for the most part, he had women like throwing themselves at him. Whether he decided to choose the ones that were actually great is a different story. But the point is that he had women throwing themselves at him. And part of it was he was extroverted. He was a bit more friendly and easier to talk to when he went to social situations. And I very much was an introvert and was not about that life. I was like, I need time to study people and make sure I know who they are before I start, being my true authentic self. But all that to say, so that kid right there, that young man to college man, could not keep a woman and could not get the women that he wanted to get. And for the longest time, I thought it was just me. I thought it was because of how I looked. I thought it was because I was just this weird kid, whatever. Come to find out, wasn't the case at all. It's just that I thought the world was perceiving me in one way. And the reality was that I was the only one perceiving myself that way. But how I perceived myself greatly impacted a variety of things about my dating life that resulted in me having negative dating outcomes. And I point this out because just like this young man right here could have probably gotten women if only you had a different thought process. There are some of you out there that have so many negative things you're thinking about yourselves, about how you look, about how you act, about the things that you like or whatever, that you have compromised the kind of women that you're going to be able to get. You've compromised how often you're able to go out with women, and you've compromised thinking that you even deserve the kind of love life that you could actually have if only you had a positive thought process.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high class man. You a high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man.